Alright, hey YouTubers, Luck Sack to win here, just on my YouTube page here. I just want to give it a quick little, I don't know if you guys can see, probably not. I got 24 subscribers, so thanks to all of you who appreciate, what I do and backing me up, watching my videos. Appreciate it. I know I got a lot of good love from the community. I just put up a trade binder, so check out that, guys. My phone went off in the middle of it, so you're going to enjoy some Halo music, but got lots of good trades in there, so make sure to check it out. And yeah, it's all my videos I take on my phone, so the sound's kind of crappy, but I apologize. But yeah, check out the trade videos. PM me any offers. I'm looking for basically anything. I really like some Ultra Caiuses or Ultimate Caiuses, Ultra Chaos Sorcerers, like things of value, things I can turn around to. I mean, you guys know how it works. Just PM me. But this is also a deck profile video, so I'm gonna get right into it. It's Salvo Dad again. Just give you guys a quick overview as I talk about it. But I've been really working with the deck a lot, tweaking it here and there. I didn't like it for a little bit. I tried a couple other things. I still always love this deck. I just didn't know if I liked it for the meta. But it's still, I think it's time I can bring it back. We have another regionals coming up, so I'm excited I want to play it again. There's a couple things I've switched around. So let's just go through it. Right now it's at 2 Chaos Sorcerers. Love that card. Dark Arm Dragon, pretty much one of the keys of the deck, obviously. Caius, that nice beefy support. 2 Cyber Dragons. 3 Dekochis, 2 Salvos, 3 Faders, 3 Alchemists. Sangan and Reaper, Gores, Tragodia, and Effect Sailor. So, at first I was playing 2 of this card, and I figured out really quick, like with Alchemist and removing with Chaos Sorcerer, like I can get it back pretty easily, and it clogged. Like I had 2 of them all day long, and I kept them for so long because I always want to wait for the opportune time to use them. But I mean, it goes really well with Cyber Dragon to make 6s, floating Dekochi to go into Catastor, Android for some quick life pointer. A really good answer. Catastor's a great answer, so. And I'll show you my side deck, but I side a second one just for good measure. Let's just go over some things with the deck. Chaos Sorcerer is like the best thing about this deck. It's really Chaos Salvo. Like I mean, Dad's great, but he just provides such a quick answer powerhouse. After you Black Rose, you can swing for 23, and when you leave them on no cards, I mean, it's really hard for them to deal with. And then they're basically backed into a corner, and you're getting multiple cards out of them through removing. So he's just a huge plus. The full deck's pluses, I've talked about that before. It maintains card advantage by trading with the opponent 2 for 1 all the time. Like it always, everything floats. When they kill this guy, you get something. Like it's great. Cyber Dragon's become key in the meta again, still for Machina. I actually lost to that deck today because it was one of my friends, and he drew really well. He's a really good player. I'll link some of their channels, that some of the guys I play with. You can check them out too. But it was, I didn't see this guy. He prohibition my Cyber Dragon. It was dumb. But 3 Dekochi is obviously the draw engine of the deck. Provides the darks, speeds the deck up a lot. Tons of pluses. Flip, stack for Caius, like great card. I like 2 Salvo. Some people play 3. The one that topped one of the YCSs played 3. I find them to be dead a lot early on, and I mean I have Sangan to search that out. You can always turn to a Salvo really quick, or if I don't have the Dekochi yet for a Salvo. But I was even maybe going to go to 1. I'm testing out a lot with this guy, seeing how much I need him. You can get him back, like I said, with removing with Chaos Sorcerer, going to get Alchemist, and then back. You can use him once, get him back. You don't need him that often. I mean, Black Rosing is great. The Scrap Archfiend's good, but. Battle Fader, I like 3 of. Some people play 2. He just goes into this guy so well. You can make 8 stars. And you reuse them. Like you counter everything your opponent does. They put all their eggs in one basket, and you say nay. So it's great. I like it a lot. Alchemist, I would play 4 of this guy. I've always said that. I never want to drop him. He's so good. I have the ability to fight him out when you play 3. So it creates room in the deck, but also he's just so good game 1. I'm a big fan of Reaper. I doubted this guy in the beginning. I didn't think he was synergetic with the deck, but he just helps the pace of the deck. He's also a plus. Like he gets in there a ton. clearing away their answers, and then poking is great, you know. So I like this guy. And I've always been a fan of Tragodia in this deck. You maintain all your answers in your hand, so when you have a hand of 5 and you drop him at 24, drawing to be a 3,000, always play Tragodia. I loved him. 3-pot of Duality, a must in this deck, speeds it up. Really allows you just to get to all your answers faster. It's 42 right now, and I can't find any room to cut anything, and if it's all good, it's all good, so just draw into it. I mean, right? It's all synergetic, so I really don't feel good about it, but what can you do? 2 Book of Moons, would like to play 3, but space, and 2 of is alright. It can get in the way in this deck. It doesn't have a lot of, it just is a good anti-meta card. Monster Evil and Dark Cold Wave, oh lord. I mean, not a lot I have to say about that. Now I've been struggling with the trap lineup a lot. A lot of people don't play a lot of traps, and I've cut them tremendously, but 2 Bottomless staple. The Solemn Warnings, I love this card. It's a good control card. Staple, in my mind, in almost every deck. Mirror Force, which is a common one right now because my foil one's really badly damaged, so I just replaced it. But and Torrential, I found out I didn't used to play Mirror Force. I played Torrential at first, if you saw my other video. Mirror Force, I just want the defense. People are dropping Starlight Road, so it's not as necessary to like worry about that. And since I'm Black Rosing too, like it opened this deck back up because people aren't playing Starlight Road. Solemn Judgment, 7 Tools, one of my new favorite cards. I love this thing to death. Everybody should play it. It's so good. Pay 2,000, I'll pay 1,000. Pay half your life points, I'll pay 1,000. Torrential me, no, that's okay. Like it stops everything that. I mean, whenever you go for a play and you're like, man, I hope they don't have this, you can pay 1,000 and make sure they don't. So I don't know why. You know, I cite a second one. I'll explain why in a little bit, but and 1 Trap Stun. It's become everybody's using these cards. So counter traps, you have to. I like this card when it's for the plus, when you can get them to activate something like Bottomless, and then you 1-for-1 it, and then they can't activate anything else. Or, I mean, it hasn't become. It isn't doing the same thing it was doing before. So, let's move on to the side deck and the extra. So I side 2 Thunder Kings, 2 Banishers, 2 DD Crow, 1 Effect Veiler, 2 Space Typhoons, 1 My Body's a Shield, 1 Starlight Road, 2 Trap Holes, the other 7 Tools, and the Trap Stun. So, and there's some tokens. This is just really good hate against a lot of decks. It's a light 1900 beat stick. Helps me pace out a lot. It's kind of if I just feel the matchup would be in my favor with this. Like, he can just control the pace of the game a lot. Banisher, I've never been a fan of siding him before, but I've always loved the card. I just kind of always thought other things were better, but he's a light and he stops sabers so hard, and I think he's really good. So I like him a lot. He doesn't really. I mean, you would think he'd hurt me a lot, but it doesn't, because like I'm just gonna attack and get over their Dark Soul, and then they'll smashing ground him or something, and then he's a light in the graveyard, so it doesn't really matter. DD Crow's I think necessary right now for a lot of the like plant decks going around, and he's just a good answer. I like to have him there. I mean, I might cut him. We'll see how the meta goes, but I like him for right now. The other Effect Veiler for other decks like that Debris Dragon, I love doing that to that card. Just leaving that 1,000 out there. Like he's so good in so many situations. Check out Thunder Pants. I'm gonna give him a Thunder Pants 1, 2, 3 or something. I'll find out the real. Everybody knows who Thunder Pants is, or you should. If you don't, find out. But I'll put his link in the subscription or in the description. But he has a great. He talks about Effect Veiler a lot, and in a recent video, and he's completely right. The card's amazing. I was playing 2, but I feel like 1's just all I need. Space, everybody was maining 2 at the first, but I just don't think this card's good for the format. But I like it against Suppression or Skill Drain, Defissure, like random decks like that. So you want to have it. My Body and Starlight Road. I was doing 2 Starlight Roads overkill, so I'm just gonna do 1 and. I like My Body because it's not a trap, honestly. They can't trap stun it, they can't 7 Tools it. I don't know, it's great. 2 Trap Pulls for GBs, Blackwings, and Stun, and then just any other deck that I think it might help the pace against. I mean, it cripple, like those ones, like Blackwings and Stun are almost the same deck, and they only play like 18 monsters, and like 16 of them are like actually summonable. And you just take them out. Like once they start running out of guys, it's a very big pace card, and if you play Trap Hole, you'll see what I'm talking about. So now with these, I'm going to start adjusting what I play. If I want 2 trap stuns, maybe I'll take out the other 7 tools. If I want 2 7 tools, maybe the trap stun should come out, depending on the matchup. I might put both of these in for things like the Solemn Warning against like Blackwings. I'll side both of these in and take out the Solemn Warnings, because Solemn Warnings aren't that great against Blackwings, because paying 2,000 life points for Ashura, I'd rather bottomless or trap hole it. So yeah. Now the extra Catastor, Android, pretty standard here. Brownic, Goyo, 2 Black Rose and a Scrap, Archfiend, 2 Stardust Dragon. Thought Ruler I like just because of Deep Prison and things like that, and life point gain can be important in times, and it's just good. Scrap Dragon, probably the best 8-star in the game. Colossal Fighter, the Red Dragon, and then I have two Chimera Techs, because there's been so many situations where I wanted to, so I mean it's what I want. What suits the deck best. Also, I figured I would talk about some of the reasons I went back to this deck and the state that the meta is at right now. So I was playing Blackwings for a while, just because that deck is starting to get good. It is really good. I like to play the 3 dualities, and I like that deck a lot. But the problem is it's really consistent, but it can run out of answers quickly. You can find yourself in corners and trying to get out of them, and this deck, it just doesn't. You create the corner for your opponent, and they have to get out of it, and then you can easily make sure that, with Fader and stuff, that they don't capitalize. And I mean, I just feel like I put a lot into this deck, and I know how it works, and it runs beautifully. So I'm making some more tweaks to it, but this is the current version right now. I wanted to get you guys updated, because I haven't posted videos in a long time, so got to do it every once in a while for you guys. But I've tested Sabers, and that deck's really good. It has a lot of play and potential and combos, but it gets hurt by this card a lot. It gets hurt if your Dark Souls don't go off, if you draw bad. It's a tough deck to justify sometimes, but it's really great. I still think it's one of the top tier decks. It's just not I got bored of it. I fiddle around with other things, but I want to come back to what I have fun playing, and this is definitely one of my funner decks. I love it a lot. Been going to locals, still been doing really well. Today I didn't do so well, but the deck didn't look like this. I kind of remade my old one and then made new tech tweaks and had a bunch of traps, and I don't know, I didn't end up liking it. But this is the more refined version. Again, I appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are great. I hope, invite your friends. I want to do some new segments. We're going to be talking about the meta. I'm getting probably a new camera soon, or a laptop, so I'm going to start to kind of do some segments on the meta and what deck choices, and I'm going to make decks to profile sell. I'm going to do friend profiles decks. I'm going to start doing a lot more diversity so you guys can see like what's out there and what's going on and what everything I'm talking about. I'm going to do strategy videos, try and understand how you can help pull your game around. If you're, bring new things to light. I think sharing of the information is a cool way that the YouTube community gets together and really figures out the state of this game and how to beat it. So I think that's really cool, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So thanks, Yugi-tubers. I'll just give a once over again where I was at right now, but yeah, and then the extra. But thanks very much. We got a regionals coming up. I might use this. We'll see, but it was just what I wanted to put up right now and updated for you guys. So thanks a lot for watching again, guys. I look forward to making new videos soon. Stay tuned for more.